May God protect our troops.
President Biden. President Biden.
Thank you so much for coming. We're coming this way. We're coming this way.
How are you helping
We're moving this way, guys. We gotta go out. We gotta get out of here. Emily, we're moving that way. We gotta go. We gotta start moving. Thank you so much.
President Biden, do you support free IVF for parents?
This way, guys. Thank you so much. We gotta go. Thank you.
Free IVF for parents, do you support that proposal, President Biden?
Thank you.
Mr. President, will high grocery prices decide the election, sir?
Folks, that's what's being highlighted. We're doing that today to highlight and show we're just getting started.
President Joe Biden has washed off the sunscreen, wrapping up his 2-week beach holiday to return to work at the White House. And soon after that, he headed off to share a campaign stage with Kamala Harris in the crucial state of Pennsylvania.
The first decision I made, the nominee in 2020, was selecting her as my vice president. And by the way, it was the single best decision I made as President of the United States of America.
That's his same old line about Kamala Harris. Now, as I suggested to Kristen Tate, even though there's plenty of serious issues around, it looks like the president's main job now is to spruik for his vice president.
Yes, the country's certainly dealing with serious issues, but the most serious issue Joe Biden is dealing with is what time he'll go to bed this evening. I mean, he is completely checked out. The media is ignoring him, basically. And it's clear that Joe Biden is not running the country. I know we've talked about that many times on this show, but I think for the first time, Chris, people who aren't into politics, just everyday Americans, realize that. And what's the most terrifying to me is that there's just sort of an apathy around that idea. It seems like many American voters just kind of don't care that we don't really have anyone at the helm right now. But yeah, the press is just completely focused on Kamala and building her up and reintroducing her to voters as this exciting new figure. And unfortunately, many voters, moderate ones and those who tend to skew to the left, are really eating it up.
Yeah, well, of course, they shared a stage together in the crucial swing state of Pennsylvania. And look, what I couldn't believe, I kind of love this and I loathe it. And that is my favourite phrase, this ridiculous line that Kamala's gone on about for forever in an embarrassing way. Well, she resorted to that again. Have a look.
We have dreams. We can see what is possible, unburdened by what has been.
There we are. Kristen, we're still unburdened by what has been.
More deep thoughts with Kamala Harris. I mean, that line has become a meme, and she still can't restrain herself from saying it. She just can't help herself. But this is a woman that is completely incapable of speaking off the cuff or answering any real questions. She is a figure built on cliches and word salads. And that is going to be the challenge for her handlers leading into November is, can they get through without her really showing any substance and just spouting off these strange bumper sticker cliche sayings like the unburdened thing. And they might just pull it off, Chris, because
that's the
it's
worry.
Not that long now before they start casting their votes.
Absolutely. That's exactly the worry. It is just nonsense. It is piffle. It is word salads. Here's that meme. Here's a little refresher of how often she's said this.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Yeah, sometimes I just have to remind myself I'm not watching Veep, I'm actually watching real life. It's extraordinary to watch. I want to go to another clip from this Pennsylvania appearance, though, because this is the sort of the ugly side of what's unfolding. Some will say it's justice, but just look at the way this unfolds. There's a sort of a sinister laugh here, and it's just a reminder there's a lot happening when it comes to the judicial system, when it comes to this election as well, when someone in the crowd yells out to Kamala that Trump will be in jail by the time the election runs around.
He's going to jail!
Well, the courts will handle that, and we will handle November. How about that? We'll handle November. Let the courts handle another thing. But we're not going back.
It still seems to be the great hope of the Democrats, Kristen, that Donald Trump will be imprisoned.
Yeah, and these are the same leftists who were clutching their pearls when Donald Trump had his supporters chanting "lock her up" regarding Hillary Clinton in 2016. And remember, Hillary Clinton actually committed serious crimes and got away with them. Trump didn't commit any crimes. I mean, he's facing totally phony, trumped-up charges, but the left is going after him anyways because, as we've discussed. And as many Americans now realize, we have a completely impartial justice system in this country, and she's part of that.